It is Thursday, August 3rd, 2023, and looking out the window at Defiance. It's a beautiful sunny morning, a little warmer, a little more humid. It's like in the mid 60s this morning, low to mid 60s, and it's supposed to be up near 87, close to 90 degrees today, but the humidity is back a little bit, so remember to hydrate. The devotion for today is entitled "In Any Case," written by Martha Spong. Martha bases the devotion upon Philippians chapter 4, verse 10, New Revised Standard Version, updated edition. I rejoice in the Lord greatly that now at last you have revived your concern for me. Indeed, you were concerned for me, but had no opportunity to show it. And then Martha writes, as he moves towards the closing of his letter to the church in Philippi, the Apostle Paul thanks his friends for their show of concern for his situation. Their communications by letter would have taken significant time to arrive, perhaps even following Paul from one place to another in his itinerant ministry. In modern times, telephones shortened the time of our communications. I remember receiving phone calls after my father died in 1997. Using call waiting to switch from one concerned relative to another sympathetic family friend. Social media and cell phones have expanded our reachability. Paul clearly expresses mixed feelings about receiving his friend's concern, if you read on past verse 10. He doesn't need their help or want them to think he can't handle a range of conditions, challenges, and circumstances. He can do it all through Christ who strengthens him. My favorite line of the paragraph might be the last verse. In any case, it was kind of you to share my distress, says Paul. You see, I second his emotion. Why do we resist accepting care from others? For me, it might be the training I received as a young person to keep private things private. It is certainly a feature of my personality to prefer helping to being helped. Maybe mostly I can do all things through Christ, but what about those other times? Maybe care and concern is as much a gift of the Spirit when received as when given. And Martha's prayer. Strength giver, open me to care from others, in any case, whether I believe I need it or not. Amen. Well, a couple things this devotion reminds me of. As a chaplain, I often have to give care to people, and everyone reacts differently to that care. Some welcome it profusely, and others are hesitant, others are embarrassed by it. But I'm there for whatever they might need, whether they need me there or not. And if they don't want me there, I'm happy to leave them as well. Sometimes it's for the family members rather than the patient itself. Oftentimes that's the case. Excuse me. But I think, I don't know what it is about humanity and not wanting help. As a pastor, I come across people who tell me things that's going on, but they don't want anyone else to know at all. And yet I know that if other people knew, they would be there in a minute to do whatever they could to help them. I don't know if that's a generational thing or if that's just human nature or an individual thing. But it's sometimes is difficult for us to accept help. Sometimes it's difficult to ask for help when we need it and want it, and we can't seem to find the way to ask for it. But that's part of being in a community, is to help one another and to be willing to accept help when it's needed and provided. But there's also a fine line, because it can be intrusive on people's lives. And when they don't really want help at a particular moment in time, we need to honor their wishes and their desires. And sometimes people may say they don't want help, but they really do. And they really do appreciate it too. It's an odd thing. It kind of reminded me of a kind of a tradition in Germany when you went to someone's house to eat. And if you finished the meal, and if they asked if you wanted more, it's tradition to say, no, I couldn't eat anymore. But you really indicate your intentions by placing your utensils in a certain way on your plate. If they're at cross to each other, across the top of the plate. Even though you say you don't want any more, it really means you do. And if you really don't want any more, then you put your utensils parallel to one another on your plate. And that's supposed to guide the host to know that, no, you really are satiated and you're very thankful for the food that they gave you, but you don't really want any more. I don't know, that just popped in my head as I was talking. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. Hope you can enjoy some of this weather, and be careful out there later on today because like I said, it will be a hot one. And hope you can join us on Facebook Live. I think we've resolved our technical issues for Sunday and hope to bring you a streaming service again this coming Sunday, or in person. Please join us. We're at 950 Webster Street in Defiance. Have a good day.